Just waiting. It looks like everybody's loading in as well. So welcome finally with this game for GosuLeague Division 2. This is a match between Uebelst and Kaipi, or Kaipi I should say probably. And it's a bit delayed as it should have started 30 minutes ago, but we're gonna not have a default win, and we're gonna see both games from these two teams. As first game will be Uebelst on the Radiant side and KP on the Dire side. And I say two games because it's a league system, so every win that a team gets, they get a point for that, and that's why everybody faces each other twice, so they have the same odds every time. Once on the Radiant side on first pick, and once on the Dire side on last pick for both teams. And we are just waiting for the last one to connect in so we can jump ourselves into the draft phase, and we can continue this, or well, continue this actually, basically just start this because we haven't started yet. There we go, last one connecting right now, and we will be joining the players in the draft phase as soon as that says ready there. And it should say that soon, I think. Come on, you can do it. Yes, there we go. There we go, okay. And sorry for the delay here, that was so long, but it was first there was an issue with one of the teams could not get a password because they were not available on Skype, or they had some issues with Skype, but they could just we couldn't reach them, they couldn't reach us, but they did get the password, and then there was someone from Kaipi who disconnected, and they waited for him to see if he came back, but he didn't, so they had to find a stand-in, which they did. So we do have a stand-in up on the Dire side right now, in case you were wondering. And that's why we're so late. That's why we're here now, rather than earlier. And we see a Nature's Prophet as a first ban out from Kurkai, as it looks like the players did not change their names, which is kind of sad. But we will deal with it. As yeah, we will deal with that. I hope. And yes, there is indeed a cat there. We have a Leshrac ban out, the same as two jungle heroes coming out from Kaipi, both the Chen and the Enchantress banned out right there. Of course, we still have the Invoker and the Lycan still in. Broodmother hero that is quite in favor right now as well. Let's see if we're gonna see either of those two banned. Well, probably at least the Lycan is normally banned. Lycan is normally at least banned, mostly by the team that picks second. Because Lycan would otherwise be the first. Oh, there we go. Would otherwise be the first pickup, regardless for the team that has the first pick, because it's just a hero that you don't want to have on your opponent. Chaos Knight will be picked up as a first hero for Uebelst. So that is the one. That is the first pick. Made it through the bans and picks, as we had Darkseer as the last ban out from Uebelst, and it's gonna be picked up here as Enigma is being picked up by KP. What do we still have? And we also still have an Invoker, but of course for an Invoker you have to have your Invoker player, and they apparently do. So Invoker will get picked up here, as we will see what Uebelst is going to pick up next. Are they going to pick up something to combine that Chaos Knight with, like an Age Deparation? Or are they going to go for trying maybe get a soul lane for them? Maybe even... Yeah, I'm just thinking that Enigma could of course go into the jungle, and 3 jungle heroes were banned out by KP, so there's not really a lot of jungle heroes left unless you want to go for the more unorthodox jungle heroes. I don't think they want to go for that though.
5 seconds.
I was thinking more like more like a solo lane, maybe a Queen of Pain or a Windrunner together with an Age Deparation, or at least a support to support the Chaos Knight. Leshrac is already out, but maybe like Lina or something. You see Lina more often as well as Leshrac is banned out. It's the same kind of thing to have a guaranteed follow-up stun with the Chaos Knight, and the extra nuke from her Dragon Slave of course helps out there as well. And the Laguna Blade if she's level 6 already. But we will see. We will see. They're taking their time going into the bonus time for this pickup, as they're not sure themselves yet what they want to do. I mean, if they pick up the Age Deparation now, that's of course you have a good combination then with your Chaos Knight, but you can also risk like, okay, you know what? Let's just not ban him out and hope that Kaipi is not gonna ban that one out later on, because they're not gonna pick it up themselves, but they might ban it out because it's a good combination for Chaos Knight. But do you want to gamble on that? Or do you want to go for something more teamfighting? Do they want to go for like, okay, the Dire already has Enigma, they have that black hole. We need something too. We need maybe a Ravage or maybe an Epicenter, one of the two. But we will see. Only 15 seconds left in their bonus time. Really taking their time, actually. Hopefully Kurokai is not gonna need any more time from this one, and if they wait any longer, then they will get a random, I was gonna say, but they're gonna go for Broodmother. I did say she was in the pool still. Gonna go for that Soul Lane and a Crystal Maiden as support, so no Age Deprivation combination with that. But a Frostbite and a Nova is, of course, a nice nuke as well. And indeed, Dota 2 is Kurkai, the one with, yeah, I don't know what they're called, but the second one in line is Leaf, and Jin Toki is Chill, just in case you were wondering.
10 seconds remaining.
Last pick before the second banning phase is gonna go to KP, and they are looking to go into their bonus time, perhaps. I mean, what do they need? Are they gonna go for that Soul Lane? If so, they're gonna probably have Enigma on the jungle, but well, what they could pick up, probably what they're gonna pick up, is a counter to that Broodmother. If it's a Tidehunter or a Sand King, either of those two is still open. Or are they gonna go for a more direct counter, not specifically on the lane, but more like later on, maybe like with a track or an amplified damage with a Slaughter or a Bounty Hunter? Everything's still open. And they still have all their bonus time left, so they can definitely use that. And it's gonna be a Shadow Demon, so that's gonna be their pickup, making sure that they also have a support. Of course, Uebelst already had their support, and now they do too. So just securing that one, as they're apparently not that worried about the Broodmother, about having a counter towards her. I don't think we can count an Invoker or an Enigma as a real counter to the Broodmother. That's not really really ideal. We will see the first ban out from Uebelst soon in the second ban phase. Are they gonna ban out those counters for the Broodmother? Of course, they can pick up the Sand King for themselves if they wanted to. If they don't want to, then they can just ban them out. But they are gonna ban out the Winter, and I don't want to have to deal with that one, as they're expecting Enigma to probably then go into the jungle, and then expecting KP to still need that jungle hero. Sorry, that Soul Lane hero. And they ban out the Windrunner because of that. Let's see what KP is gonna ban out next. Is it gonna be something that well, it's gonna be a Lone Druid actually. I mean, from the looks of it now, it's Crystal Maiden and a CK in a dual lane with a Soul Lane Broodmother, and maybe a tri lane with this. Maybe it's gonna be a tri lane, but and then a Soul Lane, or just another dual lane. And it seems like KP was expecting a tri lane and a Soul Lane. So they ban out a Soul Lane in Lone Druid and an Earthshaker there because they don't want to face that tri lane. Of course, Crystal Main, Earthshaker, tri lane, whichever carry is a very a safe lane to farm in for the carry, and they just don't want to have that for the CK. We have a Tidehunter ban out for the last ban for Uebelst, and that's more like the one we were expecting. I mean, just ban out those counters for the Broodmother. So they might pick up the Sand King for themselves. If they still want to go for tri-lane, Sand King could also still go for dual lane, perhaps. Maybe with a Lina even. Just throwing names out there.
Reserve time.
They're going reserve time, but oh, that was very scary. They only have 2 seconds reserve time left. They're gonna pick up a Venomancer, and well, this could be two different kind of things, because I have seen Venomancer being laned together with a Broodmother before, and that's just a lane that you cannot win, basically. That's just a lane or it's at least very difficult to win if it's a even lane, as in 2-on-2. So if that's gonna be the case, and a dual lane again for the CK and the Crystal Maiden, then I think Uebelst is looking really strong. But we could also still have a tri lane with a Venomancer and a Crystal Maiden and a CK. I mean, that will be a very safe lane to still the Sand King to farm as well. Hello, Rubik. I can't say it the way he did. He had a cool R. It's kind of funny. But Rubik, I like Rubik. It's a bit of a, well, I like to watch Rubik. He is very confusing to cast though, because he'll steal everything and yeah, come out of nowhere with spells that you didn't see him picking up. And it's a very important thing to note here that, of course, the thing that Uebelst is lacking kind of most right now is teamfight. Epicenter and Black Hole from KP, of course, but they really don't have that much. They have more like single target nukes. But with Rubik, everything could change. I mean, he could steal a black hole, because if Rubik is not in that black hole, he can steal it and start casting it on his own. And that's just one of the best counters. I mean, for a lot of heroes, like also the Sand King, if he epicenters and then burrow strikes, you will only be able to steal the burrow strike if you're lucky, if you're not fast enough. But for Enigma, it's a channeled spell, so he will be able to steal that black hole regardless. And Morphling will be picked up for KP as the last one to be picked up, as they're going to try to get some early game presence with the first 4 heroes, and then try to take the late game with the Morphling if it goes that late. If it goes late though, it might be a CK that's going to be very dominant as well, at least. With Venomancer, if he is indeed going to be on that lane, it will be a very aggressive lane, because Venomancer's Gale is just one of those abilities that you can't run from, literally. It's as soon as he gets that off, that's almost a guaranteed first blood, especially if they're going to be on the safe lane and the opponent has to run very, very far away to get back to the tower. Let's just switch overlays so that you see the whole map. There we go. Good luck, have fun, both teams, indeed. We will jump ourselves over to the dire side first, where we see KP, Pila D or Pi Lai Die playing the Enigma for his team. Fabi is gonna be playing that Sand King, and we're gonna see Asuna on the Morphling. In the mid lane, we'll have Barbar on the Invoker, and as a stand-in for Kaipi is I'm a Sheep. I'm a Sheep, that's his name. Stand-in, I'm a Sheep. So that is gonna be the line-up for the Jintoki is chill, and I like people that have changed their name. I'm actually gonna call them what they named themselves, because, you know, of course, they want to be named as they called themselves. So it's gonna be Jintoki and Smiley Face for Uebelst. For the other two players for Uebelst, we'll have Dota 2, and that's actually Kurkai. I know, right? Kurkai playing that Rubik, and we have Paz playing the Broodmother on the bottom lane. And this is already looking very dangerous. To have a sentry ward placed. A very hard one to spot, by the way. They're very aggressive. But it already destroyed a ward, I believe, because there was a ward from Crystal Main used, and I don't see it anywhere on the map. So good one there. Apparently she's looking to place another, but she can't really risk that with the sentry ward there. Ward will be gone again. It's too risky. So we're gonna have Rubik versus an Invoker on the mid lane. He should be able to be fine, and yeah, he should be able to be fine. Both should not be dying. That's the main thing I always pay attention to. If there's gonna be a first blood here, I would be surprised, and that would be misplay from one of the two. What could be a first blood is this top lane, because this is a very aggressive lane. If there's gonna be a stun from the Chaos Knight, from the Morphling will be able to morph away, but still there will be a Gale, and if they want to dive that, they might be able to. Frostbite will be there as well. Shadow Demon is actually one of the most dangerous targets here, and the only thing that could save him is his own disruption, but it will only last for so long, and he will be out again afterwards, and that was just... yeah, it will just be tricky. We see Chaos Knight actually not speccing anything yet, and that's mostly because he's waiting which will be the most useful for the gank that they want to do, for the kill that they want to get. On this bottom lane, it's going to be Sand King versus a Broodmother. Sand King who specs his Burrow Strike first, not his Caustic Finale, which you sometimes see to harass that Broodmother. But in theory, these should be fine too. I mean, they will harass each other, yes, left and right they will, but really someone dying should not really be the case. But we will see if that's indeed gonna be true. We'll see Morphling getting harassed some. And it's gonna be a Gale for the Venomancer indeed, and a Nova for the Crystal Maiden as a first pickup. She's getting disrupted here by the Shadow Demon. And just harassed. No first blood here yet though. No first blood here yet. Morphling is not getting as much farm though. Oh, first blood yet, maybe. Crystal Maiden taking a lot of damage here. Popping herself. And here comes Enigma, has his Malefice. Will it be there? Yes, it will be. And there's the first blood going towards the Shadow Demon. The Gale did not do anything anymore apart from landing on the Morphling, who will just be picking up the regen rune afterwards. She will be fine. In the meantime, Chaos Knight did get, of course, the semi-free farm there. He's now 4 for 6, not doing that great. At least he got more than Morphling. Morphling only got 1. But yeah, first blood going towards KP. With the stand-in even. It's always nice in the stand-in that you're gonna be able to do okay. Helping out there. Brood Mother and Sand King, 8 for 0 on one, 6 for 1 on the other, 6 for 1 on the Sand King, 8 for 0 on the Brood Mother. Burst Strike. This is just harassment. I mean, he knows he can't kill him.
No.
And
double damage.
ooh, Crystal Maiden. Double damage. Still level 1 though. She did die. Did not get a single point in experience yet. Rubik does have his levitate telekinesis rather. But that's really the only stun that they have, so they can't really go there. They can't really do anything. Crystal Maiden is gonna rotate back. Everything gets monitored though. They can see it. So Enigma sees Crystal Maiden as well.
Tower is under attack.
And is it actually gonna be a kill? No. Islands could do a lot of damage, maybe with the Malefice, perhaps. If Shadow Demon has rotated bottom, rotated mid, they might have been able to do something, but Crystal Maiden already backing off again towards the top lane via the long route. The non-touristic route, so to speak. Meantime, Shadow Demon just continuing with pulling. Reality Rift. 2 seconds stun. Is there gonna be any follow-up? There's the kill. There's the disruption on the Venomancer, Soulcatcher on there as well, but there's Shadow Demon going down. Crystal Maiden here now too. She is still level 1 though, can only throw out a Nova once or twice. And there goes Morphling weaving, reforming through. Morphing into strength, might actually stay alive here. One hit away from dying, but Chaos Knight does not want to risk it. Crystal Maiden 1 hit away from dying as well, and she just slushes. Oh, hero. She will probably drop here. Shadow Demon has TP'd back, took the kill, and Chaos Knight will be back here soon behind the tower in safety there, where the kills was 1 for 1, I believe. Well, 2 for 1. No. Yeah, Venomancer died as well, of course. Or did he? Yeah, I think he did. Yeah. What, 2 for 1? It's not really worth it. 2 supports for 1 support. And of course it was Chaos Knight that got the kill, and that's very important. But then again, Morphling got a kill as well, and that's, yeah, that makes it even again. And Morphling got the experience for 2 kills, and Chaos Knight just for 1, so definitely not a worthy initiation there. As Enigma was there super fast to help out in the jungle. He's gonna try to harass Rubik a bit. Because invisibility rune, or the rune was picked up by Invoker, which was invisibility indeed. Rubik out of consumables, bottle charges, none left here. Disruption going off, Soulcatcher as well. Chaos Knight trying to run away from here, but he is taking so much damage. Same as Morphling though, but Morphling can morph into strength actually. 2 supports might be out of position here. Crystal Maiden tanking the tower, she is gonna drop overextension. Shadow Demon wants to go for the Venomancer as well. Venomancer getting locked in place, still gonna try to do what he can. Hits the student with his skill, it's going down, double kill for the Shadow Demon who gets locked in by the creeps. The creeps want him. Are they gonna get him? I think they are. Yes, the Venomancer actually got the last hit for that one, as Asuna is gonna be on his way back. He has not got any HP left, and his Gale just made sure, or the Gale just made sure that he, yeah, he had to be back. And that was, well, it was definitely overextension from the Crystal Maiden and the Venomancer, giving Shadow Demon that double kill. Of course, Shadow Demon dying, it was a combination of luck and, yeah, mostly that. I guess that the creeps were there. Chaos Knight, good for him that he didn't went there to help, because he wouldn't have survived either if he was locked in between Shadow Demon and the tower, as the other two were. Crystal Maiden now back here on this top lane. Let's see in the meantime how the middle lane is doing. We have got 19 for 4 on the Rubik, while the Invoker is 11 for 9. So Rubik doing slightly better. He is completely out of mana though. Did pick up a cold snap, which is always nice to have. And is gonna try to look for a rune. Is it gonna be here though? 8 seconds. If he's gonna be lucky, it's like a gambling match. Enigma's gonna be here too though. It's gonna be a right click battle. And the haste rune does get picked up by Enigma. Malefice on Rubik. This might actually be a kill. Black hole being used. Here comes the Crystal Maiden. Wants to help out. Frostbite on Enigma. Cold snap up on the Rubik. Tornado going through as well. And that's Rubik going down to the Invoker as Invoker taking a stun. Only 1 second though. Disruption on the Chaos Knight. Malefice. Crystal Maiden has a Soulcatcher. Goes down so fast. TK being locked in place by the illusions. It's gonna try to take someone with him when he goes down, but he does not take the Enigma with him and goes down 2 for 0 here on this top lane. Actually, yeah, definitely not a good trade at all. Crystal Maiden there died as well. Actually, it was 3 for 0, but Crystal Maiden solo life that she is solo level rather that she is already back up. So I didn't see that anymore. Not able to take any kill there for Uebelst as Kaipi just showing that they're playing strong here. They're having faith in their tactic. Of course, in the meantime, it's still Broodmother who is probably leading on the last hits with 35 last hits. Enigma being close behind, but that's also jungle creeps of course. But Broodmother being 36 for 7 right now, and for the Sand King 23 for 1. He can't get all that close anymore. He'll just get harassed too
Dire's
much by
middle
that Soul
tower
Ring.
is
In
under
the meantime,
attack.
top lane, where Morphling is just continuing his farm. Chaos Knight actually not continuing his farm, was trying to Reality Rift. No stun anymore because weak form was faster. And we just can see that KP wants to go for the Broodmother. Here comes ganking team. They have a smoke up. Do they have something to reveal invisibility? They have one ward. One ward is all they have. But they have got stunned.
Dire's middle tower.
Malefice there as well. Soul Catcher there as well. And that's actually Sand King. Epicenter being used, and he is gonna be able to kill off the Broodmother. Actually, Enigma getting the last hit. Fabby B staying alive, barely though. And I got some extra gold from those Spirelings as well. As you can see, all the yellow numbers popping up. Actually, it was green, I guess. But a nice kill. Not it's not overuse of abilities, just making sure that the stuns were there and that they were gonna be able to take this tower as well, because the Eidolon's doing a lot of damage. Actually, those Eidolons just staying there because you know they rather look pretty. But tower still goes down. Enigma taking the tower. 2 for 0 for 5 in the meantime for Enigma. Doing great. 1700 gold up. Looks to be going maybe for, instead of a mechanism, which we see a lot of Enigmas go for lately, maybe he wants to go for a fast Blink Dagger. 2 seconds stun, landing on Morphling. Frostbite's gonna be there as well. Gale going through as well. They still have a weak form, or weak forming out of there. Gets blocked in by the Plague War. The Reality Rift actually helps him by getting him out of there, and he's gonna try to follow up on the Venomancer. Here comes Shadow Demon down, disruption on the Chaos Knight, and that's gonna be his Venomancer in a lot of trouble, going down. Sound did not work out anymore. Chaos Knight out of position, or at least not really out of position, rather getting ganked as well. Enigma taking a lot of damage here. Frostbite there. Enigma going down. Crystal Maiden taking the last hit. Asuna has to back off there again as Invoker comes in from the side. Cold Snap on Crystal Maiden will be able to kill her off with it, and that's gonna be 2 for 1 once again, where Venomancer Crystal Maiden went down and only Enigma went down on the dire side, and those trades are just getting more painful and more painful.
Is under attack.
Definitely not a position where you wanna be at, as Fabi is still trying to stop the Broodmother from farming. I mean, okay, right now it's 4 versus 4, kinda, because these two are they haven't left their lane yet. Wow, Swan Spiderlings did a lot of damage on that Sand King. And I will be curious to see how it goes as soon as Broodmother, if Broodmother leaves her lane, or if there's gonna be a fight in the bottom lane where Broodmother is as well, because she is doing nice. She is definitely doing nicely for herself. The men's are gonna put some pressure on the tower with this ward. Not that much pressure though, but some. Let's get Shadow Demon taking a lot of damage from the creeps inside the jungle, but he wants that farm. Have to farm. Oh. Want to kill off the golems. The Spiderlings die, so she has to back off as well because she can't tank it. Needs more Spiderlings. That's something that you can do as a Broodmother, by the way. If you have a support that needs some levels, like a Crystal Maiden who's still level 3, and you can't really use your Spiderlings on the lane because they might get killed off by, for example, a Caustic Finale, then you can send... Oh, Frostbite, Nova, Dust, False Spiderlings. There's in the Frostbite, and that's gonna be Sand King going down. One more right click needed, but he doesn't want it. Malefice going up on the Broodmother backing off before it's too late, before he was caught out himself. But that's actually gonna be Sand King staying alive against all odds. I really thought he was gonna go down here. Actually, we see Broodmother playing very defensive, at least having Insatiable Hunger, not spec yet. So doesn't want to go all too aggressive. What I was saying though is that you can send your Spylings into the jungle with the Crystal Maiden because you can share control of units, and then you can just have those Spylings being used by the Crystal Maiden, so she can take the last hits and they can tank the creeps and kill off the creeps together with her. In the meantime, top tower getting harassed here by this threesome, and Morphling getting a cold snap from the Rubik. And it's gonna reform himself into safety of the tower. Malefice, Venomancer, last one there. It's gonna go down. Enigma taking the last hit. Rubik being put in a tornado. Cold snap there as well. And there he steals it once again. Same cold snap. Is he gonna be able to get a kill here? I don't think so. Or is he? He's of course super fast with that wax. He might actually try. There's not gonna be any support for Rubik just yet. Cold snap. Cold snap. There, he probably goes down. Telekinesis on the Invoker, still stuns the Enigma with it. But Rubik, 10 HP left, is a miss from the low ground. Enigma not getting the kill. Frostbite Crystal Main sacrificing herself, getting put in a black hole here. And here comes the Chaos Knight, runs into the black hole as well, but wants to go for the Enigma, goes for the Enigma. Crystal Main still going down to the Invoker. Burrow Strike, Epicenter, Fabi wants them both. And Invoker getting chased down by the Chaos Knight. And Venomancer drops to the Epicenter. Invoker still goes down, though stun. Reality Rift, 2 seconds stun. It was though some harassment. He is still faster than him if he wants to chase it, but he could go into a sandstorm and there's nothing to reveal him if he does that. So he indeed backs off, knowing that the chase would be pointless, and actually Morphling being there as well is just too risky to do anything about. As I'm not sure they know this is a fake one. No, they didn't know. Burrow Strike. Want to go for Crystal Main, popping himself in a Sunstorm. 4 seconds stun here. Wow, a lot of damage being done as well. And there's gonna be a Frostbite, and that's gonna be a kill. Crystal Main actually taking the last hit for that one. In the meantime, Tower got denied, probably on the bottom lane. Here-ish. Oh, there-ish. That's where he stood. I can draw on the map. Yep, I can. And it looks like Enigma was not gonna go for a fast blink dagger. Is still gonna go for that mechanism that I mentioned was the more used build lately. He just waited a long time before spending his money. That was it. Broodmother gonna try to harass the Morphling for a bit. Waiting for his soul ring to be off. Gonna try to harass him just as much as he can spawn out, throw out a spawn spy link. So there's the dust. Broodmother better run. Gonna try to TP out of this one, but there's gonna be enough to strike. No, there's gonna be disruption. That's what it's gonna be, and he's not gonna be able to TP out of this one. And he will probably die. Soul Catcher on there as well. Is he gonna be able to take Morphling with him? No, he is not. Shadow Demon taking the last hit there. And Asuna will live to see another day. And the meantime, top tier 1 tower did go down to the Venomancer while that gank on the bottom lane was going on. In the meantime, Goldgraph still very even. We have 1.5k in favor of the Dire side right now. And I have to say, with 10 kills difference and 1 tower difference, but then 1 tower in favor of the Radiant side right now, this is really not a big difference. Considering those 10 kills, I would have expected it to be more into favor of the Dire team, but that's gonna be mostly that Broodmother that's just continuously farming so much. Invoker invisible. Wants to go for something, but 3 versus 2, as in 2 with Shadow Demon and Invoker, won't really work out unless they really want to try for this, and they don't really have a dust or anything. Chaos Knight finding out that Invoker is still here. So he backs off. It's too risky. Too risky. In the meantime, Enigma is getting chased down by some illusions. He probably thought it was the real one for a while. Fatty, Burrow Strike. TP in though. Another Burrow Strike. The Burrow Strike was stolen. 2 seconds down. Rubik taking the last. A Reality Rift wants to go for the Shadow Demon, but there's not going to be a stun anymore. Demonic Purge up on the Chaos Knight. Gale hits on the Shadow Demon. Tornado going through as well. Actually, Shadow Demon being a lot of trouble. 2 seconds stun up on the Enigma. Chaos Knight goes down to the Enigma. Venomancer going down here as well, most likely. There we go. Shadow Demon taking the last hit as well, the rest is backing off. Rubik backing off. He has got his Burrow Strike still if you want to use it, but it's too risky to go in here right now. That was 3 for 1. Crystal Main going down as well as Chaos Knight and Venomancer. Cold Snap. Burrow Strike. And morphing into strength. And Rubik still goes down to the Invoker. That's why he clicks are just so deadly. In the meantime, tier 1 tower is gonna drop. Eidolon's helping out with pushing there. Mechanism is complete. And Goldgraph will drop a bit more towards the Dire side, as they have been able to take all the kills and stuff like that. With almost 7,500 gold, 500 experience in favor of the Dire side, and that's gonna be those kills for sure. In the meantime, though, this is their secret weapon. Just farming all over the map. Well, on the bottom lane, kind of. Sorry, and just continuing his farm. He will be able to do a lot in this fight. I mean, in fights, he has died twice, yes, but he has got 85 last hits. It's got 1,300 gold. It's got his threads complete. I'm just gonna check for a second how this is looking for him. He has 350 gold per minute approximately, and that is almost as high as the Enigma, who is highest. Enigma on 375, but then again, Enigma, we saw him earlier being on 2 for 0 for 5. He's now on 4 for 2 for 9. He is still got a lot of kills. He has been able to free farm as well, and he has just been able to do very good. And of course, he got the tower money as well, which adds up to his gold per minute. And that's a big difference there. Barbara's gonna get harassed by the spawn spiralings, but he will be fine. Broodmother now picking up an Oblivion staff. It's gonna go for the Orchid of the Malevolence as the first item. Well, first bigger item that is, because he already got his threads, of course. Morphling gonna go for the Manta style. I'm just gonna take a sip of drink because I am thirsty, and hopefully there's not gonna be any kills, even though I do see people rotating. Sorry, there it was again. Looking at the mini map, as I should be doing a lot. And yeah, it's gonna be Shadow Demon picked up his mana boots. Magic wand there as well, and he's gonna continue counter warding there. Probably knows there's a ward up here, as they saw it being placed. Theirs was there first. There's the counter ward, and that will be a goner soon. Crystal Main and Venomans are gonna try to do what they can to stop it, but they will be too late. And the Crystal Main backs off already. Venomans is gonna continue walking though. Plays a ward for himself to get some extra vision. Oh wow, Rubik has gained morph. As in, he can morph into strength or agility if he wants to. Not really all that worth it, because, you know, he's like an intelligence hero, but... oh well. Oh well. Well, I don't know why he did that. That was a bit awkward. Replicating himself. Oh wow, did I just miss that? Yes. Chaos Knight was able to kill off the Sand King on this top lane. This is where the Sand King was at. That one. And that was a kill, well... probably a very clean kill for the Chaos Knight. I mean, the Sand King being there all by himself. There's nobody there to help him out, and just being killed off. That's all I can say about that, really. As Rubik might be in some trouble here too, because Shadow Demon and Enigma want to go for this. Looking to go for this. Breathing through. Because he now has V4. I do like Rubik though. I mean, he can be so versatile. The only thing is, though, you have to continue to steal it and not save it out of hopes that you might be able to get a black hole. That's of course great if you can get a black hole or an epicenter, but you can't really save your ulti just to do that. Of course, the cooldown is not really that long, so you can't really get everything you want. Yell Drift, down 3 seconds. Enigma gonna drop here. Crystal Main taking the last hit. Actually, Crystal Main taking a lot of damage. 28 HP. She's gonna try to run away from that one. As the tornado still goes, doesn't throw anybody up in the air. Chaos Knight is gonna be able to get away from that one as well, but the one who isn't is a Rubik that just went down to the Invoker. Crystal Maiden still running, popped the smoke so she can run faster. She needs that. She doesn't have a TP, she has to run all the way. Shadow Demon is gonna try if he can stop that though. Plays the ward, did not reveal anybody though. So only one kill on the Rubik. A Rubik who has to steal another ability right now. Because his ability is gone. Gone with the wind. Well, gone with his death, rather. In the meantime, Broodmother, I mean, this is just one of those situations. She is not really pushing in case, well, she's not really pushing as hard as she could. Well, now she is, but she could be pushing a lot harder. Right now, she is pushing because she wants to stop Kaipi from pushing in here, as we have a disruption and a phantasm being used. Chaos Knight 4 seconds out up on the Enigma. Reality Rip there as well. Enigma, is he gonna go down here? There comes the black hole being cast. It catches 3 of you at 4 as Venomanta walks in there as well. Still sends his scale through, and that's gonna be another black hole because Rubik managed to steal it. Catches 2. Shadow Demon going down as soon as the only one left alive together with the Invoker. Invoker who wants to go for Rubik here, as the Broodmother is here now too. Takes a cold snap though. Gets harassed by the creeps, so the cold snap will go off every time. Telekinesis up, a Morphling going down here. Rubik getting a double kill. The chase on the Invoker. What did he steal just now? A cold snap. Is he gonna be able to get a range to turn on the cold snap? But Invoker with his wax is just too fast for him, and they won't be able to get him down. They won't be able to chase him down, as the Sand King was not in that fight. He was on the bottom lane, and he was just not in that fight. But that fight was definitely won by the Radiant, as it was 3 for 2, I believe. And of course, the second black hole made that fight totally turn around. If that black hole hadn't been there, that would have been a whole different ball game. And Malevolence complete up on the Broodmother right now. Sorry for this. Yes. A Blink Dagger up on the Sand King. He's been able to farm that up, so we will see some more initiations coming out from him. As he just indeed picked that one up, and he also has it in his bags already because he picked it up at the side shop. As we might see Kaipi looking for a bit more team fights. I mean, that black hole was, of course, it was a great black hole. It caught so many heroes, 4, I believe. When oh, Crystal Maiden, burst like Soul Catcher, it's gonna go down. Sand King taking a last hit. No doubt about her going down that way if she is in that kind of situation. Manifest on Chaos Knight does not kill him. And Paladai is just trying to push a bit more because this tier 1 tower is still standing. There's still 2 tier 1 towers in the game actually. This one and the one in the middle lane for the Dire, which is a lot lower. And then we have Venomance being locked in place by some Ancients as their wards do their job of trying to kill off these Ancients to get her some extra money and experience as well. I wonder though. No, Sand King doesn't see her. Oh, Invoker though. Invoker though. That will be something. If now something, that will be a poor Venomancer. Level 15 Invoker and level 9 Venomancer. That's painful. That is just painful. And there's gonna be EMP Tornado if he doesn't want to have a cold snap. Oh, hello, hello. Wow. There's the tornado, there's the EMP, there's the cold snap as well, and that's gonna be a kill in favor of the Sand King actually. Kill stealer! Swabby is a kill stealer! Spread the word! But of course it's nice for him to have that. But they're just in time. In the meantime, tier 1 tower is gonna drop here as there's nobody who dares to come close. Maybe Rubik, but that's just an illusion. He did manage to steal the cold snap once again. And yeah, there goes the tier 1 tower. And they're gonna maybe try to push in a bit more. Like I said earlier, they want to force a team fight. They have got that Blink Dagger up on the Sand King and they want to use it. You see the Sand King standing very far back. He is just waiting for people to come in range. He is just waiting to do his combination. That's what you live for as a Sand King. Yes, I'm keeping an eye on him. Actually, he thinks, okay, that's not gonna happen anything here. We're gonna TP to the bottom lane. Gets a silence immediately as he TPs. Sustainable Hunger has been popped. Sand King, is he gonna drop? No! 13 HP! 13 HP and he burst strikes out of there as Broodmother could not finish the job. 13 HP and he stays alive. Broodmother, oh, he must be so annoyed right now. Throwing a spawn Spiderlings up on the Morphling and putting down another web. As Venomancer is very little HP but continues to go anyway. And he is the one building towards the mechanism for Uebelst right now. As this game is just... even though with the massive amount difference in kills right now, it is a very fairly even game. Because everything could still happen. As mostly this guy making sure that that's happening. Because the strength right now for KP is in the spells. With the epicenter, with the black hole. But then again Ruby could steal all of them. So in a way everybody still has the same chance of spells. Kinda. If he's lucky enough to steal some awesomeness, like the black hole that he did earlier. But yeah, I did say how that worked, right? Because of course, if you're epicentering for a Sand King, if you can steal it during the channel, that's great. That's what you should be aiming for. But you can't really steal it anywhere else because there will be a burst strike normally straight after the blink burrow. So blink or epicenter blink burst strike. So you can't really hope to steal that. Rubik popping his tornado. Another tornado being thrown, but he was putting the disruption. Burst strike through at the same time on the Crystal Maiden, and that's gonna be Shadow Demon first taking the kill on the Rubik, and Crystal Maiden going down to the Morphling, and that's just 2 very quick kills, and very safe kills as well. I mean, they were really not having a lot of chance with 4 versus 2. In the meantime, Morphling TP to the bottom lane. He's gonna morph into strength, gonna get silenced after he already popped that though, so he will be able to continue to morph into strength. That's a very good thing to do, of course. As we see, oh, Shadow Demon going down to the Chaos Knight. Sand King being put in a sandstorm. Because the epicenter is gonna kill the Chaos Knight indeed, and he will be trying to go for the tower first. Where is he gonna go? Where is he trying to go?
Radiant's top tower is
Trying to stop the tower from letting him attack. Something like that. Maybe he was hoping to still get the Venomancer. In the meantime, top tower has been put down by the Enigma, and Broodmother is losing his grip kind of here. He can't really kill anybody off yet because, despite him having great farm, because he does have great farm, 394 gold per minute right now, and that is the highest in the game. But despite that, the dire side is just farming almost just as hard, and as a brood mother, you kind of need to have that edge, that advantage to be able. I mean, otherwise, Santi would not have gone away with 13 HP, really. But yeah, he needs to have that edge. He needs to have that slight advantage over the rest. And right now, he doesn't. He is still doing great, but the dire side is also doing great. So they are kind of like even, and that's just not the situation you want to be in as a brood mother. You want to have that upper hand. And he picks up a ogre club to start building towards the BKB most likely. Doesn't want to be put into burrow strike or epicenter anymore. Of course, he'll still be able to be caught in the black hole. But for that, he first has to be seen, and that's of course something that might not be as easy as it sounds. Tornado, hitting on Rubik, but nobody to follow it up on. Evoker, who picked up a Mystic Staff, is probably going to go for the sheep staff. We already saw the 4 staff, the drums, and the face boots, just for extra mobility. Saw the Brood Mother standing in the middle of some heroes. It's just very, very worrying to see him just standing there. Just like this one here, Shadow Demon. Telekinesis there as well and gets killed off by Rubik. Rubik who managed to steal off a Shadow Poison. Don't know why, but you know, Shadow Poison is nice. The reason that he's probably going to be able to use it most because at level 2 it doesn't really do that much. But that is vision. If you catch someone with the Shadow Poison, it will give you vision of that hero. So that's going to be his major advantage that he wants to have with it. And Invoker still in the middle lane. Tier 1 tower in this middle lane is still standing, by the way. And that's very important, not just because of the gold that it would give otherwise to the Radiant, but because the teleport beacon. This is basically almost the center of the map. You can get everywhere there from there on very fast. And the Radiant do not have that advantage because their Tier 1 towers are all down. So that's the massive advantage that the Dire have. As the experience graph is 12k in their favor, as well as the gold graph is still almost 7.5k in their favor. And they're continuing to push. Broodmother just needs 1k gold for the rest before his DKB. TP comes in from Asuna. Once the defense is tier 2 tower from going down, will be enough though. Will be fast enough actually. Spiderlings might be able to do something. Asuna taking a 4-second stun. It's gonna be Chaos Knight trying to run away from this one. Burst Strike is there though. Kill still latches, but Chaos Knight is gonna try to do something. Reality Rift there gets picked up by the Invoker. Venomancer should not have stayed to try and help his friend. Is probably gonna drop here too, as Shadow Demon takes the last hit up on him, and that is 2 for 0 here. I mean, Venomancer tried to help out the Chaos Knight, which is of course a very noble thing to do, but sometimes you just gotta run. You just gotta run, and not be there anymore, like the Broodmother did, I believe. And there's gonna be Crystal Main taking a cold snap. Rubik. Burst Strike misses though. Burst Strike gets stolen there as well. Tornado up on the Rubik. Will it be Burst Strike straight after? He might just do that. Burst Strike does 2 actually takes a lot of damage up on the Evoker with the Crystal Nova there as well. Burst Strike, this time it hit. Deafening Blast does not hit though, but that doesn't matter. Sand King still taking the last hit as Broodmother is once again just standing back and looking at it all. Crystal Main was able to back off from that one, even though she was cold snapped at the start. I thought that would be almost a clear kill for Barbar, but he did not want to chase that. We have Morphling who finished up his Manta Style. We saw that earlier already going for that Manta Style. We have a Sand King finished up his Veil of Discord. It's of course, if you're already gonna be able to pull off those epicenters which you have been doing, then yeah, just the Veil of Discord, making sure it does extra damage is a very useful thing to have. Enigma picking up a hood. Looks to be also going for a pipe, so that will mean like a hood and a pipe on the same target. We don't see that very often, and it is okay to do, but only if you know that your target is probably not going to die. And so far, I mean, Enigma has been doing great, but he has died 4 times as well. And BKB now completed up on the Broodmother, so she did get that last amount of gold. As we see her Spiderlings rotate to the lane again, where they're gonna push out the lane. And Enigma's gonna instead push out the jungle, most likely, if he's not gonna run into this combination here, because that might be deadly for him. And it's daytime, so they should see him. They should definitely see him. Where's the Reality Rift? Chaos Knight wants to go for it? No? Nope. A fear that there might be someone else there. Justified fear, because here comes Shadow Demon and Morphling. They're gonna find the Broodmother. Do they have a gem? Yes, they do. I was wondering, how come they see him? How come he just backed off the moment he got in range? But a gem has been up on the Shadow Demon. Telekinesis, Burst Strike misses once again. Fabi, not being so Fabi right now. Fate Bolt going through EMP. It's harassment. Here comes the rest of the cavalry. Maleficent up on the Broodmother. And here comes the rest. Felix looking for that black hole. He will be able to cast it. He catches 3 heroes of Uebelst in it. And Broodmother is the first one to go down. It's another black hole as well. And this time catches 4 heroes in it. 4 heroes in a black hole for Uebelst. Is there going to be enough damage to be put through to kill them all off? I am not sure. Chaos Knight at least kills off the Shadow Demon. Sand King here getting away from that one. Triple kill for the Chaos Knight. But he also gets taken down by the Morphling. Sand King still gets picked up by Rubik. Morphling on the run from Rubik. Not sure why though, because he looks pretty strong to me. Adaptive Strike being stolen by the Rubik. Telekinesis there as well. Gale going through. And he morphs himself to the low ground. Should be able to stay alive there. But that was 3 for 4 as that second black hole. That is just... That second black hole is dead. That's just what you want to do with that Rubik. If you're gonna be in a team fight and you know there's gonna be a black hole, you know that you can steal it if you're not in that black hole, because there's nothing that Enigma's gonna do to stop himself channeling so that you can't see it. And so that you can't steal it, rather. So that second black hole, I mean, you should expect it as a team, and they were so clumped up in the second black hole was a better one than the first one. Purely because there were 4 people in the second one, and only still a lot though. 3 people I believe in the first one. Well, that's a massive turnaround in each fight, and that's why they should try to probably kill off Rubik before anything else. Rubik who got his drums, got his 4 staff, plate mail. Nice job for the Rubik. Yeah, he had some issues in the mid lane. Didn't get that much for him. But he's not doing bad. He died 6 times so far. Goldcraft still in favor of the Dire. Even though they are only 1 tower behind right now. Sorry. Yeah, the Dire is actually 1 tower behind. No, towers are even. Sorry, I thought this was a tower still. Towers are even, so this is the kills doing their job. And of course there is a lot of kills difference. And one thing that I did not notice yet either is the massive difference that Enigma makes. I mean, he was one of the heroes that was farming in that jungle, of course. And there's no jungle hero for the Dire side, so the Village Rune. Rubik gonna go down. Soulcatcher making sure that happens. Sand King taking the last hit. And Rubik Morphling picking up an Eagle Song. It's probably gonna go for that. Well, actually, I'm wondering maybe. Well, for a butterfly, I would guess that's what I was gonna say. But perhaps it's still gonna be an Ethereal Blade, but then in a weird order. But then again, he could already buy his Ghost Scepter, so I don't think it's gonna be that one. Just going for pure damage as the KP looking to push into the base there. They should. Well, are they gonna try that? They don't really have a black hole right now. They don't really have their Enigma at all because he's on the top lane. 1800 gold up on him as he faces the Broodmother. Broodmother's just waiting until the Enigma is gone so he can continue fighting. It's basically his job. Reality Rift, it's a fake one. 3 seconds down. A lot of resources for this illusion, but of course they don't know it's an illusion. But there he goes. That was of course the replicate from the Morphling. If you're wondering why he was able to take so much damage, replicate from the Morphling is has a lot of HP. A lot of HP. Enigma. There he goes. Pipe completed. So that's gonna be that done for him. Let's see what the Broodmother is going for next. She has a BKB. She's 1600 gold. Could also be going for Manstyle if she wants it, just to get rid of that dust and stuff like that. Let's see if there are any other items that I might have missed. We see Sand King actually next to the Veil of Discord, also building towards his Aghanim, so we'll have that fairly soon. As he just needs 1k gold for that one, and he already has 280. We have got a Invoker that hasn't got anything else since the last time we saw him pick up his Mystic Staff. And apart from that, there's nothing really else that is worth noting that we hadn't seen before. Nope. Nothing indeed. 2700 gold up on the Invoker. And he's probably waiting until he can buy the whole item in one go, because he can't really... I mean... Oh, Epicenter, Blink, Burst Strikes. Oh, the Spiraling's gone. Black Hole being casted as well. Broodmother getting a Burst Strike, though, and turns around Enigma. Is he gonna be able to get away from this? this one, Burst Strike was actually the one that got stolen by the Rubik, so no black hole for him this time, but Enigma still alive, bumps his pipe, Morphling is able to kill off the Broodmouth, and that's Rubik in a lot of trouble here. Burst Strikes his way out, will be in time, Forstaff helping out, but there comes the Morphling getting a double kill on the top lane here, where they kill off both the Broodmother and the Rubik, and that was just unlucky for the Broodmother to not get the Enigma anymore. Crystal Main will get picked up here as well. Triple kill for the Morphling, as it was in time to get that one as well. And this might be the cue for oh, there we go. Butterfly indeed completed up on Asuna. This might be the cue for KP to push into that tier 3 tower, because they will not have to deal with a Broodmother for another 30 seconds or with a Rubik for another 40 seconds. And even though they won't have the black hole anymore or the epicenter, because both were used in that combination, they will still have the advantage of sheer outnumbering their targets, as Chaos Knight is happily farming in the jungle, and is gonna indeed TP out there because he knows he's needed in his base. He's gonna regen some HP. Electricity up on the Morphling. Fortification up as well. 4 heroes here from Kaipi. Is the only one not here is the Enigma, but he is on his way. He's close by. Like, there he comes. There goes the tower. Here comes the Phantasm. Here comes the Cavalry. Burst Strike makes quick work of all the illusions though. Reality Rift. Oh, Sand King. Sand King's not gonna die, but Morphling is able to kill off the Chaos Knight. Deafening Blast going through here as well. Broodmother, is he gonna be able to stay alive here? It runs away, has to be back to base. Telekinesis on the Morphling, make sure that he could not chase that. Sand King wants to go for the Crystal Main, who gets picked off by the Shadow Demon. There goes the barracks, go down. 4-star from Rubik up into the low ground. He is being forced out of his own base. And Sand King still going down just now. Venomancer taking the last hit on that as Chaos Knight is back, wants to go for more, looking for a Reality Rift, gets a Reality Rift. Is it going to be a stun? Yes, there is. 2 second stun, kills off the Shadow Demon, while Broodmother actually getting that last hit, and Enigma going down. Double kill for the Broodmother right now, and that is 3-4, well, a lot more than the ones that we see dead right now, because there were a couple of 5x there. Broodmother did not have to buy back because she was able to be saved, but Chaos Knight bought back, I believe Rubik bought back, and that was the fight. In theory, it was won by Uebelst, because they were, of course, able to push the opponents out of the lane, out of their base, but still, it didn't happen until after these melee barracks dropped, and that will be a very tricky thing to deal with, a very difficult thing to deal with. They need all their effort on the lane. Of course, it is the one positive thing that they have is that it is on the lane that Broodmother is farming at, so in theory she should be able to keep the lane at bay continuously, but if she's needed in a team fight, the lane will push itself out very fast. In the meantime, Chaos Knight has got an armlet, has got his drums of endurance, looking to still build towards BKB, not having more than his Ogre Club, which we already saw though, Sunstrike. I did not think he had enough HP to die from that. But he goes down. Nice kill. Of course, he is almost full next sword. I'm glad I did not miss that kill. But very nicely placed, the Sunstrike. A lot of damage that does. Broodmother 2800 gold, and he's pushing into the top lane, but Sand King is gonna get some farm here. I mean, the amount of farm he gets from these firelings and these creeps with his Cosmic Finale right now is just insane. It's just insane. And he's making a drawing on a minimap, so showing, okay, that's somewhere there, that's where the Broodmother's at. And these wanna go for it. And there's a gem still up on the Shadow Demon. Checking if there's gonna be a ward there, which there's not, so Shadow Demon. Our story Broodmother does not know what's gonna happen. In the meantime, Morphling pushing in on the bottom lane together with the Invoke, killing off a tier 2 tower. But we're gonna follow this one. BKB TP out, that's the only thing he can do. And he does it, so able to stay safe, giving his firelings away to the Sand King. In the meantime, Venomancer here to take care of some creeps here on this bottom lane, where Morphling and Invoker are waiting for the next creep wave. Maybe they want to do something with it, maybe they want to wait until the rest of their team is there, and are gonna go for pushing in, because once again they have the advantage after the last team fight, even more so. 12k advantage right now for in gold, 25k advantage in experience. That's massive. Cold Snap, Chaos Knight Phantasm wants to go for soon as that, but it doesn't do that much damage. Burst Strike, Epicenter, Black Hole, and that's gonna be a kill for both the Broodmother and the Chaos Knight, as Venomancer is gonna be left alone together with the Crystal Maiden, but two supports, what are two supports gonna do? They go down, triple kill for the Enigma, double kill for the Morphling, and that's a GG being called. That's a GG being called by Uebelst, as we will see a second game from these two teams, where the first game was taken very convincingly by Uebelst. Sorry, by KP. Disconnects have already gone out. And we will indeed see the second game for these two teams.
Radiant's middle tower
As we wait for everybody to disconnect, so we will see the end screen. My name is Sheever, I'm a GosuGamers caster. Go check out GosuGamers.net for your information on esports, and in particular this GosuLeague Division 2, as well as Division 1 if you want to know more about that one as well. Division 1 is kind of in a low stream right now, as of course most of the teams are in Kiev right now. So it's mostly the Division 2 games that you will see today. And my name is Sheever. Like I said, you can find me on SheeverGaming.com for where you can find my YouTube and my Twitter and my Facebook and stuff like that. If you wanna watch that, if you wanna follow that and subscribe and stuff like that, you should definitely do that. And we'll let you look at this end screen for a little while longer before we jump ourselves into the second game to see if Uebelst is gonna be able to take it, or if they're going to be able to at least to have some better control over the game that they had this game, because the control that KP had was just too much to deal with for Uebelst. And I think you've looked at this long enough, so stay tuned and